The best radio station was Real Radio 104.1. Best radio show, The Monsters of the Morning. Best DJ, Angela Boom. Local big shot is Savannah. You had the best local podcast. Let's see, Carlos with To the Top came in second. Russ and Bo 2.0 came in third. Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan was the number one local podcast. Best local actor, Carlos Navarro. And best local comedian, I like to say it like this: Ryan Holmes beat out Carrot Top, which is you know, and then congratulations to Ross Pageant who won again. But you know, I will tell you that you know, looking through this yesterday after the show and thinking about it, and then also looking at some of the other categories and some of the other people that came in, like Jim Colbert came in third with the best local big shot, and then the Jim Colbert show came in third with the best radio show, and then what Tom and Dan did, and there was a couple other people, you know, with Ross Pageant and all that, and I'm sitting there going, man, I don't know, this might sound, I don't know how this will sound, I don't care, it's just the way I feel. Really proud about all the people that have come through the show and started here, you know, and started with the Monsters and gone through what you call Monster University or people that I believed in when no one else believed in them, and a lot of them gone on to do their own thing, and I'm proud of all those people. I'm proud of Tom and Dan. I think it's great what they've done. I think Jimmy, proud of Jimmy, proud of Carlos. You know, Carlos, you know, with the podcast. I don't know if he thought his podcast was going to come up there, and I'm so glad that it did, because you put hard work into it. You know, I was thinking about this. The only one that did not come to this show green was Angel. Angel already had. True. Yeah, Angel, he had already had a name experience on radio. It's not like I had to believe in Angel. Well, I did, but I mean, I'm saying like he already had been on the Phillips file.
No, Daniel did too.
Well, no, Daniel had already quit. Remember, him and Drew had already had a problem. He quit, and he was going to go work at Subway. So I had to go get him and bring him back and say he could do it. So I felt like, you know, I gave him a second chance. But Angel was already in the game, and Angel already had a name. But still, you know, I think your your presence has changed on the Monsters than it was on other shows. Wouldn't you say, Angel?
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, it was. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember this, or you remember this, but it was Kevin getting in your ear and giving me a shot, because we all knew each other.
True.
We were familiar with each other, but you and I had never actually worked. I think I worked promo events for the Monsters and everything like that, but we had never worked hand in hand like that started. And so that conversation. And you being able to give me the flexibility and just let me kind of, you know, fall into this, you know.
Yeah,
and
you know, you're right about that.
Angel, you know, so nice of Angel to allow Russ to call you Juan for the first year.
Yeah, I did not do that.
Very nice of that.
No, you're right though. Soul Brother Kevin was the one like, listen, you got to get this guy. This guy is really good, and so I trusted Kevin, and glad that
Juan
I did.
is good.
Juan, no, but you know, but I think what Angel said is right though. Like I think that what has happened with the show, and I started this back in '94, a long time ago. I'm the only one left that's an original, but what I would do, I think, is I would see people see their talent and then let them do their thing. It's not like I tell people what to do, you know. And you can go back to, you know, from Bo to Drunky, you know, and I call him Drunky out of love. I don't call him Drunky to be crappy. To me, you know, that's when I knew him, worked with him, and everything. And yeah, you know,
that's the thing that blows my mind is like anytime you used to call somebody Dirty Jim or like a name they had on the show, they're like, you're being disrespectful.
No, that's when I knew him, worked with him, and loved him. Like I don't, to be honest with you, I don't know Tom and Dan. Those are not guys I know. I know Drunky and Daniel. Those are the guys that worked with me, and that's who I worked with. And I know two people. I know a Black Bean, and then I know Carlos, because you know what I'm saying, because different times in our lives we're different people. You know what I'm saying? True. So I mean no disrespect whenever I say that about those guys. But my point being is that and Savannah's another one. You know, and I think she would probably say this as well. I'm so glad that she won for the biggest big shot, because I mean I believed in her from day one. The first time she called the radio show, and my name is Savannah, and I am a blonde. I am not so slimy like fishes in a pond. I love you, Rose. She did this whole song. I'm like, that girl's genius. We got to have her on. And I can't tell you how many program directors wanted me to get rid of her. Stop asking her to come in. She's too weird. You don't want her. And I believed in her from the beginning. And look what she's just done great stuff. So yeah, I mean, I looked at it from just a different perspective yesterday. I'm just really proud of all the people that have come through, and I feel glad that I was able to see the talents in folks. When they
what?
Crapped out. You know what I mean? Oh, am I going out?
You crapped out for a second.
That was perfect.
Oh, wow, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, and I got new Wi-Fi yesterday.
It's all right, dude. Everybody's crushing the systems that are out there. Everything's taking a little bit slow. We're seeing the vulnerabilities of the entire internet right now. It's being maxed out, so it's all right.
Yeah, I had a Spectrum come in and put in the whatever is the best system they can find. So hopefully we wouldn't have any issues. But anyway, yeah. So I was reflecting on that yesterday, and just really happy and proud for everybody that did. I mean, even go like to Ross Pageant, he he started on our show. As far as radio, I mean, everybody had other things going on. I mean, and Ryan Holmes, I mean, he had other things going on, but we could see the talent there, and he obviously is awesome. And Angelique told a story the other day that had everything was important. Like she's there, little blossom. She's blossoming. That little seed is blossoming. It
was a great story.
It was.
Yeah.
There was not. I went back and listened to it. I'm like, there wasn't one part that needed to be cut out. It's beautiful. It's happy for Jimmy. I mean, Jimmy, Dirty Jim. Jimmy worked with me for 2 decades. He probably should have left 5 or 6 years before that. I know he was going crazy and wanted to do his own thing, and some people need to.
I'm happy for Jimmy too. And I feel like it is. I mean, not necessarily like what you just said about the black bean and the Carlos thing. Like not necessarily
2 different people
with Jimmy, but now I kind of see it as 2 different. I'm sure he does too. Like I see him as Jimmy, and then there's now Jim Colbert, and maybe with intention, I'm sure.
Yeah, I only see
it's funny that you
Colbert.
say that, because with me, I see 3 different people, and I know this is my perspective. Everyone has different perspective. For me, he was my brother-in-law. He was Jimmy, my brother-in-law first.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah. He's part of my family. He's married to my sister.
Are your
Yes.
nieces? What?
Correct, though.
What?
So to me, he was always Jimmy, and then he turned into Dirty Jim, which is a different person that I know. And now Jim Colbert, I don't see him that often. I don't really know him that well now.
I don't know you as Jim Colbert. I don't know you as Dirty Jim. I know you as my brother-in-law, bro. That's what I want you to say to him, dripping in the rain.
Yeah,
in the rain
outside holding a boombox over your head.
Oh, well, anyway.
Let's go, bro. Let's go play pool.
What this is trying to say is I have love and respect
For no one. He said no
Amen.
one.
What's that?
Every single time. Every single time he tries to say something.
And it cuts out.
Yeah, this is the second time. When you've gone for the real heartfelt moment.
Yeah?
Yo, the Wi-Fi don't lie.
Yeah.
And then,
Wi-Fi don't lie.
and then you come back saying, turd elephant.
What I'm trying to say is I have love and respect for everybody.
Oh.
And for the people that have gone on to do great things.
Man, cut out again. That was weird.
I'm going home.
Wait a minute.
Is it really cut?
Yeah.
Is it really cutting out?
The Wi-Fi don't lie, bro. Every time. Here, try to say someone you respect. Just say a name you respect. Say, I love and respect name.
I love and respect Angela Boom.
Oh, that would work.
Well, I appreciate it, Russ, and it is heartwarming to kind of. I know it sounds like such a cheesy word, but I mean, if you look up and down that list, everybody's doing their own thing. I'm happy for all of them, and it is weird. It's like an old band, essentially.
It is.
Like I played in this band. You played in the band? Oh wow, yeah, I haven't played in a year. I haven't seen those guys in a long time. I hope they're doing good. They got married. They got kids now.
Yeah,
doing good.
It is like that. Like I talked to Tiffany the other day. Now we haven't talked to her on the air or anything, but Tiffany was on the show for a long time. Talked to her the other day. I'm happy for her. I mean, she's gone on. She's still doing. She's had a little baby. She's doing great. Yeah, it is like it's 27 years or so. I can't do the exact math, but whatever, 26, 27 years. And there are a lot of people who come and gone, and I am happy for all of them. And it's good to see the people doing well.
And dude, think about it. You tried to outlast your Radio Heroes. I've already outlasted my Radio Heroes. The fact is that Pork Butt and Fart Strong only lasted like 4 years on the air.
Yeah.
And they were that raunchy. And so
their podcast is
them.
only on SoundCloud, which is the weirdest thing.
So I beat my radio heroes. You beat your radio heroes. Let's call it a night. Wrap it up.
it's all good now. Yeah. So were you surprised, Carlos, about the local actor thing? You probably weren't surprised about.
No, I was, because I didn't say to anybody to vote for me for local actor because there's so many.
Angelique
I
did.
did.
No, honestly, that in Savannah, I mean, that's honestly what I mean. And I put it out there a couple times, and I would tell people, hey, the Monsters in this are nominated as well. But there's so many actors that are doing a lot more stuff right now, but really the podcast, that was pretty surprising because there's a lot of great podcasts that have been around for a long time, and I'm just really kind of figuring out what I'm trying to do with that, and I feel good about it. So to see that up there, so thank you to everybody, and thank you for everybody here who has helped be a part of it as well. So that made me happy because that's a thing that I come in the studio and I make it and I'm trying to create stuff and I feel like I'm doing.
You got a lot of great guests and stuff, and you put work into it. Like the Russ and Bo 2.0 thing. If we get together, we just talk to each other. We're not doing anything,
But and people love that, dude. It's that's generally the majority of a lot of podcasts out there is just listening to a couple people that you just genuinely enjoy their conversation. I mean, that's what we do here. We put on a little more show aspect than most podcasts for sure, but I think it's just finding a personality, somebody you like, and obviously you guys have that.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. And I called Bo yesterday, and he was
Sure.
He was excited.
Was he
he was happy. Yeah, we came in third. We're in the top three.
Hell yeah!
He started singing in the top three of that Jeff Howe song. Yeah. And Holmesy, how about you, buddy? I mean, listen. I mean, you were pretty much in obscurity when we met you, and now,
man, wow.
And now, I mean,
it was going okay, but
oh my God, I almost spit out my coffee.
And now you're second best comedian in town, and you beat out Carrot Top. You got to be.
Things are looking up. Things are looking up, kid.
Things are looking up for you, kid. I got to tell you, I'm pretty proud of you. I think you know what, you're gonna be there one day. One day you're gonna beat out that Ross Pageant, I think. But for this year, how you feeling? How you feeling?
Obscurity. It's very fun. Word. I was.
Here's what you don't understand though, because you know our the way we work around here and all this kind of stuff. There was a time of several weeks after you came in, I would go to Carlos. I'm like, hey, who was that comedian that came in with a kiss makeup? Who was that goofball? And he's like, I think it was. We couldn't remember your name. We didn't know which one you were. And I'm like, I don't know, one of those comedians.
A true story.
That is 100%.
But you were memorable. You were in a sense,
Yes, in a way,
because you wore kiss makeup.
That's it.
Who was the kid with kiss makeup? And then Carlos would look it up, and he would go through pictures and go, I think that is.
It was never because that kid delivered that killer line. Oh, that kid was funny. Oh, that kid was brilliant. Oh, that kid has great insight. No,
I went the Kiss route, bro. Like if you're they're not that talented of musicians, but like the makeup sets them out. So I was like, that's what I'm gonna do.
That was smart because I kept thinking it was Mike Charette. I'm like,
you have no idea how close Mike Charette was to winning the whole thing.
Because I thought he did the kiss makeup gimmick, but. Anyway,
I'll tell you the most real thing that since you guys are all trashing me, I might as well give you some more fuel. I'm talking to my girl the other night, and I'm like, "Baby, we bought a house. Look at us. We're like real adults." And like now, I'm like big time radio guy. I'm a businessman. I got all this stuff going on.
Yeah.
And I was like, "You didn't know you were gonna get this when we first started dating." She looks at me dead ass and goes, "No, I thought I was gonna get a broke comedian."
Oh, God.
And she's like, I still would have loved you anyways. And I was like,
oh, the chill.
Damn, girl.
The chill.
What she's saying is her bar was already set low. So,
God.
It hit me.
When you said that, it hit me. And then I thought about it, and then it hit me again. Like, wow, her bar was real.
It's really cold.
Look, she was just coming off a divorce and everything. Like, that's fine. You got to get them when they're down.
Yeah.
That's what they say. Get them when they're down.
How do you feel, though, about coming in? How do you feel about coming in over Carrot Top? And can you imagine Carrot Top's face when he found out? I mean,
well, mean, it's cool. It's just cool to be on the same list at all. You know, coming from relative obscurity to like on a list where I'm above Carrot Top is pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. Carrot Top's such a cool dude. I think he understands the joke of it all as well. So I would like to.
I agree.
Yeah. So,
but you've made your mark, Ryan. I mean,
I gave a lot of people their start in radio, and that's for sure. But they have to take the ball and they've got to run with it. And they got to do their thing, and then some of them need to move on, and they do need to move on. You know, they like their creativity is like different. They have a different view than I have, so it's time to move on for some people. But then you just take another seed and you plant it and you see how well it does. And Ryan Holmes, you've been great, dude. I tease you all the time. I only tease people I really, really like, and so I tease you all the time. You're doing an awesome job, and I'm proud of Angelique too. She told a really good story the other day.
That's the thing.
That little seed is starting to blossom. I'm so happy.
That's good, and I hope that happens again today. I really do. I'm looking forward to it.
You know, you can't ask for.
Don't ask for 2 a week.
No,
I mean,
jeez,
for
I
Christ's
got
sakes.
1 win. Let's just go with that.
She can live this win for a little while, but no, I'm teasing, but no, seriously, Ryan, congratulations to you. I think it's great that the fact you came in above Carrot Top is
that's great.
Is awesome.
Yeah,
it really
is actively hilarious. I mean, like honestly, like I only made shout out to all the Monster listeners and everybody because I love y'all. Every time I get to meet y'all, I didn't nominate myself, and I only put up one Facebook post about it, like right before it ended. So thank you guys for doing that. I really appreciate that, and I'm so happy to be a part of this show, and I have fun every morning with you guys. And I know you get like we all BS back and forth, but I couldn't make jokes at you guys if I didn't like you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Like
Ryan.
if I did not like you, there would be
wouldn't even talk.
No barbs.
Yeah.
Ryan, I need to thank you.
From
you.
Yeah, and Angelique, thank you so much for being here. I think your flowy shirts really are what bring people to the YouTube channel, that you look sometimes like an old babushka. And
she did ask people to vote for you, though. You got to give her that, and then we all should be glad, happy or appreciative. I guess that's the message I'm trying to get across is I'm appreciative that the Monsters of the Morning, the show, our whole cast, everybody together, the #1 radio show in town. That's just super, super cool. That includes all of us with Savannah as well. And thank you to our listeners. Our Monster listeners have always just been rabid, man. And if they're mad, they'll let you know. But when they love you, they let you know. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate it for the entire.
No. Wi-Fi got him again. He appreciates nothing. He appreciates nobody. He doesn't like anything.
Wi-Fi don't lie.
Of the fans.
Why is my Wi-Fi doing this?
It's only at the time where you're trying to be heartfelt.
Yeah.
I know how frustrating it is, Russ. So I'm sorry, because like you're sitting here, like I've done everything I possibly can. I have.
Yeah.
Did you get a different modem, by the way, or it's same modem? Or separate, right?
No, a brand new modem and router. Like
right. So
just so you guys both know, it's not your end.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably the brick connection that's actually doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, listen. We'll take a little break, and I'll go shake the brick.
And turn it back on. Yeah. Turn it off and turn it back on.
I'll go shake the brick. Maybe that'll work.
Shake
all right.
that brick, girl.
All right. And someone said, "Did I just turn into a circle jerk?" Yes, you did. Thank you.
What?
Thank you for listening.
Did you bring the cookie? Did he bring the cookie? No.
Because I'm
You're not invited.